Hi, I'm James Schilling-Law, and I'm back here in New York City. I'm back here with maybe a familiar face if you saw some of our videos last year, Peter Young, who's the managing director of Walker Hotels, and we're here at one of his first hotels, the Walker Hotel Greenwich Village. I stayed at the Walker Tribeca last year. It's a great property. We're going to talk about that one, but we're really here to talk about Walker Hotel Greenwich Village, which I stayed in earlier this week, and it is really a cool, let's say it's a cool hotel. And we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Peter, first of all, thank you for inviting me to stay here that one night. I was here a few days ago, and here we are. We're actually in your restaurant. We'll talk about that in a second. But let's talk about the hotel itself, because it looks like it's been here forever, or at least since the 1930s, right?
Yes, it is. It was in the 1930s. We took it over about 8 years ago. But one of the things that we wanted to do when we rebuilt it was we wanted to keep the old Art Deco, old classical theme to it. Right. And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, so now you look around and you'll see this Art Deco thing throughout the rooms and throughout the public areas. It really is, and it's on West 13th Street, just off, where are we, 6th Avenue?
That's right. We're on 6th Avenue and 13th Street, right smack dab in Greenwich Village, close to Union Square and Washington Square Park. Great location.
It's an amazing location. And how many rooms, I don't know, how many suites and rooms, how do you have in this hotel?
We have 113 rooms,
right,
beautifully appointed, again in the Art Deco theme, super comfortable. We have about 7 suites, but what's great about them, 2 of our suites sit on the 17th and 18th floor, and when you book these 2 suites, you have great views of the northern part of New York. You can see the Chrysler Building, you can see the Empire State Building, and they're also adorned with terraces. You can actually go outside, breathe the New York air while you take on the view.
Well, I feel very special because I think I was in one of those rooms when I was here the other night, yes, and I could open the doors, and yes, I could walk out on the terrace, and there is all of New York looking north, and it really was an amazing view. And really, the room is so well appointed. It's got everything you need, and it's got actually one of the most amazing bathrooms I have, and again, sort of an Art Deco bathroom, right?
Yes, it is. You have this huge, kind of this Japanese soaking tub, and it's well appointed, and it's just got a lot of space in there. And what's really great about that bathroom is you have all this natural light from the windows coming into it, so it's really beautiful.
Yeah. So. It is amazing, this hotel, because it really is such a joy to look at. You got a lot of art around here, and even when you walk in the public rooms, and talk about that, because the lobbies, you actually walk downstairs to the lobby, right?
That's right. It's a beautiful entrance. You come into the hotel and you go through these wonderful stairs that are lit up, and you go to the bottom of the lobby, and it feels like coming home.
Right. It's even a fire at the bottom, right?
That's
fireplace.
Right. We have an active fireplace at the bottom, and it feels like coming home, and it feels like, where you're back into the neighborhood of the hotel, you're coming back to your hotel. It doesn't feel like a hotel lobby, and that's where people love it. It's like really welcoming.
No, and it is welcoming. And then, if you walk back behind, you're here. We're in the Society Cafe. It's the hotel's restaurant for, I believe you serve breakfast and dinner right here.
That's right. Society Cafe is really the gem of the hotel because it's really a neighborhood restaurant. So if you want to come into New York, even as a traveler and as a visitor, if you can sneak into Society Cafe and enjoy the restaurant, it's like coming in and being like a local New Yorker.
No, and in fact, I was here and about 6 o'clock. It was not too busy, and I said, I'll go down there and try later, and we were going to go for restaurant reservations. And then I came down to push the restaurant reservation a little later, and it was packed. The bar was packed. Everybody seemed to be enjoying themselves. It was a happening place.
Yes, it was. And, one of the comments that I get from a lot of people that stay here say, don't tell anybody about Society Cafe, because I wanted to keep it to myself.
It is. You have to walk through the lobby and find out. There is a sign that says Society Cafe, but you wouldn't know it normally. If it's not like it's really. And in fact, we're getting lit by skylight here because it's a beautiful location. But it is really a nice thing, and there's a fireplace here too, right?
That's right. And also, every weekend we do Sunday and Saturday brunch where we have live jazz here too. So you can come in and enjoy a wonderful brunch and listen to some live music.
No, that's amazing. Now, talking a little bit about this location again, because it is close to everything in the village. I mean, you're really just minutes from lots of great theaters and lots of great cafes and restaurants, and it really is the hub of everything. You're not too far from NYU, from Washington Square Park. It really is a wonderful location.
Yeah, people love staying here because of that. And because we're in the middle of a neighborhood, we're by NYU, and we're in an area of New York where you stay here in a beautiful hotel, but you don't feel like you're a tourist. You feel like you're a part of the city. Right. You're close to Union Square, where you can sneak away to go shopping at Union Square during the summer market. You can go down and take a stroll at Washington Square Park and watch all the locals and the entertainers over there. Or you can even be adventurous and go into Greenwich Village, hop into a bar and just enjoy the evening in Greenwich Village.
And you're not too far away from one of my favorite places, Film Forum, which is where you can see classic and art films and things like that, which I don't get enough chance to do, but it's really very close by. Now, let's talk a little bit about your other property, Walker Tribeca, which I stayed at when you just done a major renovation to it and really recreated it. You've had some updates since I was there. Tell us a little bit about both. I think you have a new restaurant and the famous Speakeasy, right?
That's right. Thank you for asking. That hotel is just really, we've done some great things there very recently. Let me tell you about it. The first thing is we had a wonderful restaurant just recently opened about 2 months ago called Mina, MENA, and it's delicious Chilean food. Reservations on resi.com, and just got an article on New York Times, rave reviews, so come check that out. The sub-cellar bar called St. Tuesdays is now poppin'. If you can get in, come check it out. 7 days a week, opens at 6 o'clock, live jazz, live music every night at 9:30. And then we look forward to the warm weather coming up, James, because we're going to open our rooftop bar this year for the second year called Happy Bee. You can see unencumbered views of all the skyline of New York facing the North View. It's incredible.
You like the North View, I tell you. Between this and probably a lot of North View, but you could literally have an entire evening at the Walker Tribeca and then come over here and enjoy the brunch on Sunday mornings or whatever to hear jazz as well, because of the two, and they're not too far away, really.
That's nice. They're only about 10 minutes away, and that would be a really great weekend. Sign me up.
You'll sign me up, I tell you that much. And let me just go back to this restaurant too. What's the cuisine in this restaurant?
This cuisine is great. Our chef, Manny Gonzalez, it's a farm-to-table cuisine, American continental. But what's great is that he actually takes trips to the Union Square Market, buys fresh groceries, and incorporates that into his dishes to really create that kind of fresh home cooking.
No, that's great. I was just at the Union Square Market, but I just bought pretzels. So that's because Pennsylvania Dutch pretzels is where I always go to get them, and it's an amazing market, and it's really a cool thing to do, in the afternoons here. Now, anything else you want to tell travel advisors about what their clients can experience at this hotel, and obviously with the Walker Tribeca as well?
Yeah. So, really New York is really coming back strong, and we're really excited to see all the travelers coming back. Corporate travel is making its way back, but what we're really seeing is a lot of European travel right now. And, they love it because when they come to stay either at the Walker Tribeca or Walker Greenwich, they really get the sense of staying at a hotel in the neighborhood, being close to what New York is about. And we've created some experiences at both our hotels where you can take a bike tour with the Bike City Messenger. You can actually do a nap pod experience. So a lot of just special experiences. One of the things that we're doing at Walker Tribeca is you can actually rent an electric scooter and ride on an electric scooter and take a tour of New York on an electric scooter.
That's pretty cool. And between the two, and actually I was going to ask you, who is this hotel for? You said, obviously you get your European clientele. You're going to have some business clients, business corporate travelers, although you got to be kind of a cool corporate traveler to be here. I'm sorry. It's really beautiful hotel. But who would you say is the best customer for this property?
The best customer for this property is someone that just wants a unique experience and wants something different, and we're seeing that a lot. And we're seeing at this time a lot of just local kind of staycations, a lot of people in the area coming in and just enjoying New York itself. But you don't have to be cool to stay here, but what you really want to be is just really wanting to experience a hotel for its uniqueness and its one-of-a-kind kind of feel to it. So that's, come check it out.
And so this hotel, and you're and the sister, Walker Tribeca, Walker Hotel Greenwich Village, they're complementary, but they're very different kind of properties, different decor, and different experiences. But you put the two of them together, and as you said, a pretty damn nice evening. I got to tell you, a nice night. So listen, again, thank you so much for inviting me to see this place, and obviously last year inviting me to see Walker Tribeca. And now, as you know, we talked about, I got to go back and try the restaurant and the speakeasy and the rooftop bar.
Yes, we look forward to having you, and thank you for having me, James.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.